Hello and good morning. Welcome to Ice Cream Uploads here for the first stream that we have done since the 20th of December last year, which was 2019, because it's the 6th of January 2020 this year.
Last decade that we last did.
The last decade, the first stream of the decade on Ice Cream Uploads.
Pretty good, pretty good.
This is a turning point for us.
It is. The 20s are going to be good for us.
Well, I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas period. Ours went on for about 2 weeks. Well, mine most certainly did. I know that most of the office was back in last Thursday. But yeah, it's been it's been an absolute blast. How was your Christmas anyway?
Yeah, it was alright. It was a quiet one, but nice, you know. It was pretty much me, like, just being at my parents over Christmas and Boxing Day, but then I got to meet mates and stuff who have been, you know, they're all over the country normally and they get to come back home around this time of year, so it was nice to hang out with them, basically.
Well, that's it. That for me, that is exactly what Christmas is about. Usually I just go to my nan's and she just feeds me. My nan is a feeder. Every time I go around, it's like, have you had anything to eat? Yes. Do you want anything else to eat? Of course. I'm not going to turn that down. But yeah, it is what it is. Usually, obviously, Graham would be here, but it was, if anybody's watched the little announcement video that I did before on social media, he is off today because it was Danielle's birthday over the weekend. So he was dossing somewhere. I know he was going to a spa. I'm not sure whether or not he's still there.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just us two kicking off.
Christmas hasn't finished for him then.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I can see Griff in the chat. Good morning, mate. Yes, we most certainly did have a good Christmas. Hope you did too. And yeah, this is the first scoop of the year. It is the show where we talk about all the video game news that we think that you deserve to know about. As leading up to the end of the scoop last year, news was pretty slow.
Yeah, if everyone's winding down for the year, aren't they? Or the decade in this case, you know.
So, realistically, December for anything to do with video games is just like a burr month. Like, everyone's winding down. They've got their own shit to sort out. They're doing their own socials over the Christmas period, very much like we was doing for the Ice Cream Uploads ones and obviously the Jelly Media ones. So I've come back in today having not looked at any video game news because what's the point over Christmas? Like, there's nothing. And again, it's very poor. So, as expected, it's very poor. So I've picked out 4 things. 2 of them are pretty much just PSAs, like things that you probably should be picking up sharpish before they disappear. And then the other 2 are just like, these are the best-selling games over the decade, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
So yeah, it's a very... I don't know how it is. Usually we aim for an hour show. I'm going to try and get this out in an hour.
We'll see
how this goes.
That'd be good.
But usually when Graham's here, he just doesn't stop talking all the way through anyway, so we can easily drag an hour show out into an hour and a half. Absolutely no problem.
I'm a bit less of a talker, but we'll see how we go.
But I do very much appreciate the people who sent me texts over Christmas to say that they enjoyed the Christmas podcast that we put out. It wasn't a last minute thing, but we did it at the last second. So we booked it in. And we just basically rabbited on for about an hour and a half easily.
Yeah, I think so.
It probably was one of my favourite podcasts, to be perfectly honest, purely because of the nostalgia going back over the year and then over the decade and talking about the games like that.
It was nice. Definitely, 100%. And I'm sure we'll be doing a bit more looking back on this show as well, right?
No, absolutely. Well, most certainly doing the looking forward because there's going to be some amazing games coming out this year. Off the top of your head, what do you think is going to be the biggest game of the year?
Biggest game of the year. I mean, Cyberpunk's got to be up there, hasn't it? I think that's going to be a pretty big deal. I can't think of like too many games that I know. I'm sure like if you listed them, there'd be loads. That'd be like, oh yeah, obviously that's coming out this year. But I can't quite remember now. You're just like the typical like FIFAs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, don't forget we have got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox dropping later on this year, which is. It's going to be amazing, really, because it's going to be the first opportunity that Ice Cream Uploads has at getting content out when something massive like this drops. I don't think we had Ice Cream Uploads when the Nintendo Switch dropped.
Don't think so, no.
I think it might have been a couple of months before that, or maybe more than a couple of months, but this is going to be the first big console drop that we've had while we've been around anyway.
Yeah.
So the amount of content that we're going to create over that, the amount of more podcasts, the amount of first impressions and things like that you're going to be getting from us leading through to 2021, because obviously it's the holiday period 2020, so realistically all the decent games is going to be coming out pretty much so hopefully we'll be able to give you some of that, but that's way into the future.
Exactly, but you usually get like news on like these games over the year prior. So I'm sure we'll be getting a nice sort of being fed drip these sort of bits of news about those games, hopefully, over the year.
I can't imagine them just shadow dropping this shit on you.
It might be like one or two sort of like left field games that come out like for launch of the new consoles, where like, you know, like there's always like some sort of lesser known developer who will sort of put out a game sort of just because it's a launch game, and they'll know they'll get a few sales out of it.
Well, that's what happened with the Switch, and now it's basically just like an indie machine. You go into the marketplace, it's just full of indie stuff, which Mr. Mark Bamber absolutely adores. I can take a pinch of it. Most of it's shit. But it's basically just turning into the Play Store and iOS, whatever it's called on that. The Action Store. But yes, Dare to D-Mac, good morning, mate. Hope you're having a fantastic start to 2020 and a good Christmas period too. Right, so let's get into the present. Which button is it? I can never remember. There we go. Boom. Again, Graham usually drives, so I'm having to try and figure out what buttons are which as we go along. So I think this is it. Game frame, maybe.
Hey.
Boom. We're in.
Sweet.
Do you want to take the first one?
I can do, yeah. I'll have to bring it up on my iPad.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We've got time, mate. Don't worry. Do not worry yourself.
But yeah, this one is about the best games of the decade, right? Or some of the best-selling games of the decade. I'm bringing it up, so I'm sort of remembering as it loads.
So this is based on the best-selling games of the decade in the UK. Okay. For those of you that are playing at home, feel free to list what you think should be in the top 10 in the chat. As we go through, we'll try and tick them off.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so this is a VG 24/7 article, and it is by Stephany Nunneley. Apologies, Stephany, if I've got that surname wrong. So, the best-selling... in fact, I'll start with the title. GTA 5, FIFA and Call of Duty were the best-selling games of the decade in the UK. So, spoilers, by the way. The best-selling games of the decade in the UK have been compiled by GfK, and number one should come as no surprise. Results from the official UK Games chart, compiled by GfK, are in, and GTA 5 was the most successful retail game of the decade. 3 Call of Duty titles made the top 10, and the rest of the chart is made up of FIFA titles and Minecraft. So the full top 10 is below. It is Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops number 2, Minecraft 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is number 4. There's going to be a lot of numbers here. 5 is FIFA 14, 6 is FIFA 13, 7 is FIFA 15, 8 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2, 9 is FIFA 11, and 10 is FIFA 12. If nothing else, it's kind of interesting there to see which FIFAs rank sort of like more popular or less popular. Apparently FIFA 14, I got that one actually. Anyway, if you head through the link, you can also look over the most successful albums, books, movies, songs, and television shows. I don't know whether that's particularly relevant to us. But anyway, if you were interested in that, feel free to check out this VG 24/7 article. We do have links to these articles, don't we?
Yes, we most certainly do. In the show notes.
In the show notes, so feel free to check that out. But I won't bore you with Adele and Ed Sheeran and 50 Shades of Grey and all the other things that it mentions there. So yeah, a pretty punchy article, but it's basically top 10 best-selling games of the decade there.
Did you think that FIFA would rank there as well as it has done?
I mean, obviously, I know it's popular, and perhaps if this wasn't a UK-only chart and it was more global, maybe it would have ranked lower. Even though I do know it is still popular in like America and stuff, it isn't as popular, I would imagine. But I guess I suppose I wouldn't have necessarily thought about it if you just asked me top 10 out of the blue. But now that I've seen them, I think it just makes sense. I suppose everyone gets FIFA, don't they?
Well, the for me, if I was EA, I wouldn't particularly worry about it. But the fact that the last FIFA in that list was FIFA 15,
true,
probably says a lot about the way that the franchise has gone in the last. I wouldn't even say 5 years. Clearly, it's something's happened. You'd think that it would rank high. I mean, the net worth of EA clearly keeps on going up and up with the Arrival and the Arrival. It's been in the game for I think around about 10 years now. But the fact that Ultimate Team brings in so much money, not only in FIFA but globally in things like Madden and NHL and things like that, it's weird to see that it's not broke into the top. Any in the last 5 years has broken into this top 10. FIFA 14, I can understand. Purely because that was a release game for the newer consoles at the time.
Exactly, yeah. I got FIFA 14, then didn't get one for ages until I think like last year or the year before sort of thing. You know, there's definitely a big gap. So not surprised at FIFA 14. I think the FIFA 14 was just generally quite a good FIFA as well. But yeah, I suppose obviously if you bundled them all up, which we're not allowed to do in this list, but if it was just like series or something, then FIFA would be like probably the best selling game.
Well, taking into the series, like you just mentioned there, GTA 5, I think that's the most what's the word I'm looking for? It's made the most money out of absolutely everything ever.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word again. It's the first day back in work. My brain hasn't been functioning for 2 weeks. But the word that I'm trying to think of is like a GTA 5 across all industries: film, TV, radio, albums.
It's like best-selling media almost.
Best-selling media of all time. The amount of money that game has made, not only from the sales, because I think it is the best-selling game ever, taking away the microtransactions, putting the microtransactions in. I say more microtransactions, things like the DLC for the heists and the Diamond Casino and things like that they've managed to put in there. They've made so much money off that.
Hugely.
It surprised me that they haven't made GTA 6 yet. I am under no illusions that GTA 6 is going to be coming to the PS5 around launch.
Yeah.
I can see, but I hope they don't. The GTA 5 should not be ported to the PS5.
Well, it would be 2 ports then, wouldn't it? Because obviously it was a 360 game originally as well, or a PS3 game. So, and I think that's one of the reasons.
I don't think there's ever been a game that's been ported 3 times.
No, probably not. Or it's certainly not like if at launch as well, like sort of thing. If PS5 came out and it was like, because wasn't GTA 4 GTA 5, I should say, wasn't it pretty much ported at launch for the PS4? Was it maybe like a year or so after, something like that?
The what, sorry? The PS4? Yeah, it was, because they wanted to add in the first-person perspective, and I tell a lie, there has been a game more ported to every other console, and that's Resident Evil 4. PlayStation 2, GameCube, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4.
Well, there we go. Yeah, true. It's still like, I think it'd be better if, like, I agree, like they made like a brand new GTA showing off the new graphics of like the latest consoles and stuff. That'd be amazing. But certainly the fact that it has been on 2 generations of consoles will have helped its amazing sales as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if the servers are still up on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. We're very interested to see if they're still able to take money. Because if there's one thing about GTA is you probably are getting your money's worth. If you're sinking in, I don't know how much a DLC is. Say the DLC is £15, you are getting more than your money's worth. Even if it's £30, you're still more than getting your money's worth. There's a reason this game has been going for so long, and it's because you're getting your money's worth.
True, yeah.
My favourite part of GTA 5 online was the racing part. And that's like the very small part of it. Like,
I know, yeah. I know, like, GTA is kind of the clues in the name, like driving is an element of it, but it is so good. Like, it's better than a lot of like racing games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you say, that's just like one bit of it. So it's just, there's so much to do there. The fact that it's still like consistently in, I mean, I'm guessing sort of at a number here, but say top sort of 10, 20 games on Twitch or whatever, being broadcast like continuous after all this time, like especially when you count like that it probably predates Twitch itself to an extent when you think about the 360 versions or whatever, or at least when it was really popular. Pretty amazing. Like it's just been like continually going. Probably only games like Fortnite challenge it in terms of amount of time that game's been popular for so many years. But obviously it came out before Fortnite, but you know. Like,
I think its main competitor is the other one that's in the list for, like you mentioned then, which is Minecraft.
Yeah.
I think that's
true.
That
has been going a long time.
Yeah, I want to say it's about 10 years old.
Yeah, I got they kind of released a beta first, and I actually signed up to that. I was, a bit of a trendsetter, basically. a bit of a hipster. Sort of, this Minecraft game that no one's heard of. It sounds good. You sort of build shit with logs and blocks and stuff. So I ended up getting that. It was like half the price. And then when it actually came out fully, so I got a bargain. That's the real reason. You know me, I'm stingy.
All about that early access.
Exactly. So, and that would have been, I feel like I was at uni or something. I think it would have been like 2009 or something like that. So over 10 years at least.
Well, it's mad the fact that it's had a recent resurgence again. Like it felt like everyone wanted to be a FIFA YouTuber, then everyone wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber, and then everyone's gone on to do GTA, Fortnite, Battle Royale games, and then it seems to have come full circle. We're back down to Minecraft. GTA's had the role playing server put into it, which is like an off app thing, so people, if you want to be a mechanic, you can go around and be a mechanic if you want. Like Summit 1G is probably one of the best RP players for GTA. His accent when he puts on is ridiculous, but yeah, it's mad the fact that people are still investing all of their time into these games despite how old they are. It shows how good they are.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Maybe that we'll see that continue in the 20s. Like there'll be more sort of like all games that just continue to be played because the community continues to be there. It's not like it used to be, obviously, with games when they were less on the internet or whatever, or the last broadcast on Twitch and all this kind of stuff, that it was like the content of the game is the content of the game, and that's it once you complete it. But there's so much more imagination that goes into it now. You can keep going for ages. And yeah, I think we will continue to see these games. I think when GTA 6 comes out, people will still probably to some extent be playing GTA 5. You know, who knows? There'll be some people that won't be impressed with the new mechanics or whatever, and will still.
But if you think about it, the people who've continuously played GTA 5, would they be happy about starting the character again? Because I can't imagine how, like, the amount of money, two, the amount of time that they poured into that character. I don't know.
It's a good point. Yeah, exactly. And maybe this is why they haven't rushed into, putting out GTA 6, because they know there's still a lot of people just so invested in it,
Well, yeah, why would they need to?
Yeah.
Like, they could just spend 6 months developing the game rather than 24 months of solid, hard work trying to develop to GTA 6. You could just put out a new patch, which they've been doing continuously. Yeah. But, I mean, on the Xbox 360, if you wanted to play it on the Xbox One or PS3 to PS4, you could change your character, you could port them over, so whether or not you'd be able to port your character from 5 to 6, probably not, because it's a completely different world.
True,
but yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. I've just in fact I've never even seen this game, but I thought I'd go into browse to see what is the current game. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Have you ever heard of that game before in your life? Okay, that makes sense.
There's one massive Twitch streamer, I take it.
Yes, with 85,000 people watching.
Wow.
It looks like it's.
It looks like almost like Game Boy or something.
Yeah, this is very strange. Benefiting from the Cancer Foundation, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Does that not look like a Pokemon game to you?
It does a bit. I mean, there's also like there's a Mario and Luigi RPG. Is it literally called Mario RPG or something? As a game, it looks a tiny bit like that, but yeah, it does look a bit Pokemon-y.
It's mad. The fact that one person can stream that to get it up to the top, and it's beating everything else at the moment. 100,000 people are watching it.
It's crazy.
More than just chatting, more than League of Legends, more than Fortnite, more than Tarkov. That's a game that I really want to play. I would be absolutely shitted.
Yeah, I saw that sort of was number one before we broke up for Christmas and Twitch, and I was talking to Jack about it, and it was a bit of a case of like there was a big streamer sort of streaming it, admittedly, but I was like, oh, right, is this going to be like the new really popular game that I need to sort of get to know a bit more? But it looked like it was just a lot of like inventory sort of moving around.
Yeah,
so
I mean, do you know what the premise of the game is?
Not really.
Right, okay, so basically I know this is completely...
Sorry,
it's actually we go on tangents all the time.
Yeah.
So the premise of the game is you go on little small raids into different places. They'll give you a timer that you need to escape from Tarkov, but you find stuff along the way, stuff that you find along the way and you extract so you can keep in your inventory.
Right, alright.
So there's players, and then there's scavs. Scavs are NPCs.
Right.
The players are players. So if you shoot a scav, chances are the player will hear that, come and take your shit because they shot you. So it's just, it might be 40 minutes a game, or it might be 15 minutes, but you go into separate drop areas, you try and get as much loot as possible. You can sell the loot if you don't want it to buy better loot, or you can just loot all that shit, keep it, and then just build your character up. So every time you go into a game and you die, you lose that shit, but you have your inventory chest back at your base. You can just dip into, and if you're going on a big one, you can take your extra bulletproof vest or extra magazines and stuff like that. The game itself looks amazing. I would be shit at it because I'm so aggressive at games. Like Fortnite, I don't build, just shoot. I'm so aggressive. If I see someone in front of me, I'm going to shoot them rather than think, actually, they're going to take that guy. I'll sweep round that side.
It might suit me though. I'm a bit more like cowardly / strategic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to look.
The Dr. Disrespect's been playing it for a while. Shroud's been playing it for, it seems like, the longest time. But yeah, it's definitely, if you want to get someone to watch it, just there's 1,000,001 people that stream it, to be fair. But yeah, it looks like an absolutely amazing game.
Nice.
We can see Precision's joined the chat. Good morning, mate.
Hello.
And Pirate saying Graham's looking different today.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's Graham V2.
It's weird what a new decade does to you. Yeah. Suddenly your hair turns ginger and your eyesight dims. You have to start,
That's just a lot of chocolate oranges on Christmas Day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it happens to the best of us. But good morning, gents. Welcome to our first stream of 2020. I hope you've had a good Christmas period.
Absolutely.
Right. So, massive tangent aside, we're going to move on to the next. Is it F11? Yes, it's F11. In there. So yes, this is on VG 24/7. It's been written by Sherif Saed. If I can get this right. Again, Graham usually does this bit. Right, yeah. So we're in. You can see it. The mic's on. Let's go. So Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting a demo and it's already been leaked. Did you hear about this?
No, not until I saw this just before we went live.
Oh, okay.
No, sounds good.
Every day's learning. So it looks like there's been a final. Fuck me. It looks. Jesus Christ!
Honestly, can confirm. Have seen him read once before.
It looks. I don't know if this is written right. It looks there's a final.
No, you know what? To be fair to you,
that's wrong, isn't it?
It is wrong.
Oh,
it looks
there's. It's not me. It's not me having a moment.
No,
it's been written wrong.
It has been written wrong. I'll let you off.
It looks like theirs. That's what it should be, shouldn't it?
Absolutely.
It looks there's a Final Fantasy VII Remake demo coming soon. A surprise now that it's been ruined thanks to a leak. Again, this came down to something that we talked about last year. I hate the fact that fucking things are leaked now. My love for Resident Evil has been well and truly documented on this channel, on my social media, across every single thing that I have available to me. And Resident Evil 3 got ruined for me because someone managed to pull stuff from the store and leaked it beforehand.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
But yeah, we'll go on. Everybody knows about this now. But Square Enix seamlessly getting close to revealing a public demo for Final Fantasy VII Remake. The demo was downloaded by PS4 owners with modified hacked consoles. Bastards. So it wasn't even like a legitimate leak. It was someone with a modded console's gone in and robbed that shit. That's even worse.
That is worse. That is way worse. Yeah, that's so bad.
Who has since been posting various parts of it online. GameStat, a site known for skimming PlayStation Store data, recently confirmed that the existence of a demo, but it's not just the demos leak that Square Enix will have to worry about. On Twitter, users RoxyPS3 and just a load of numbers have been sharing a number of its details about returning characters, mini-games, weapons, and more based on demo files. There's some of the information refers to areas we know won't be in the remake, meaning they're potentially rated to future sequels. There's also an Imgur album doing the rounds featuring other data mined files and screenshots that reference other parts we may not see in the final game, as well as it looks like its first updated designs and certain characters. The demo itself is 10GB download and appears to have around 30 to 45 minutes of gameplay. It has yet to be officially announced, of course, so we have no idea when to expect it to drop. Considering the timing of these leaks, however, we're betting very soon. Final Fantasy VII Remake launches on March the 3rd on PS4. Jesus, that close. Yeah. The game is exclusive to Sony's platform for year one.
Yeah, just that close release date makes me think, yeah, surely we've got to see it officially in the next few weeks, really.
Well, I heard through the grapevine that this was going to come to PlayStation Plus users first.
Ah, interesting.
So if you have PlayStation Plus, again, this is through the grapevine.
Yeah.
It's coming to there first, so it's not just going to be one of them downloads that's free for everybody. You have to have PlayStation Plus, and when the new games drop tomorrow, potentially it's going to be there.
Right.
What I'm not going to do on this channel, though, I mean, if anybody else wants to do this going forward on episodes that I'm not going to be here, I am not going to be talking about what the fuck this game's going to be about. Because that is ridiculous that someone's gone in and data mined this shit off a hacked console. That's out of order.
It is.
And again, I'd like Final Fantasy. I'm not a super mega nerdy fan about it. I am going to play it.
Yeah.
But why would I want to ruin the whole part of it? Like the main part for me with Resident Evil was going in and say, oh shit, this is completely different from the 1997 version.
Sure.
I don't want to go into this thinking the exact same. Like, is it going to be a carbon copy? Is it going to be like for like? Fair enough, the combat's not like for like because it's not turn-based.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a real-time combat action slash like fucking Devil May Cry by the looks of it. But yeah, it's a joke that they managed to be able to do that. But me personally, I don't want to talk about any of this shit as in what's in the game. Fair enough, the leak's going to happen. We know what's going to be coming soon. But the actual contents of the game, you got to experience that. Final Fantasy experience, there's a reason it was on 4 discs in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. It's not something you just want it all spoiled to you instantly, is it? I mean, I've not even played Final Fantasy 7. I kind of missed a whole boat on that one. So I probably will be at least checking this out, at least checking the demo out when it officially releases. And obviously I know a couple of key spoilers that you can't really avoid because it was a big game. But largely I want to be able to experience it from...
Exactly. You know, it's easily going to be about an 80, 90-hour game again.
Yeah.
There's going to be, if they want to try and spoil all that stuff, that's a whole lot that they need to try and spoil.
Exactly.
But the main plot points, I'm not going to explain it, because if it, like you've never played it before, I ain't going to tell you what happens in the game, because it may be a carbon copy. What's the point?
Sure.
But I can see that Next Gen Renegade has subscribed on a 7-month streak for the 10th month.
Subscribe. Wow.
What a guy.
That's pretty impressive.
And he's subscribed with Twitch Prime as well. So if you do have Twitch Prime, I know we haven't been around for 2 weeks, but believe me, we've got 12 months solid of content coming to you. At least 12 months, you know what I mean?
Well, let's not get carried away. 11 months and probably not quite 12, because we'll be baking up for Christmas.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, does the calendar fuck us again this year? Does it get to... Are we going to have another 2 weeks off?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Point.
I mean, I hope so.
About 12 months,
yeah. So if you do have free Twitch Prime, feel free to donate it to us. We'll be more than happy to take it from you, because the more money that we get, the more things that we can put in the studio. I mean, we've done pretty well so far. Absolutely. But there's always more that we can do.
There's always more we can do. We're always thinking of new ideas.
Absolutely.
How to make it better, even better.
Precision says, it was me. You wee bastard. I know it wasn't you, because you're not that kind of guy. But yeah, the fact that is the whole thing's been leaked to the data miners. I ain't looking for that stuff. If it appears on my timeline, I mean, I probably should mute the keyword now.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point.
It's just like films or whatever. It's like Star Wars came out and you just had to put these blockers on or whatever. It's like, this is what the internet is now.
Yeah, I remember Connor in the office, he found this blocker on Twitter, didn't it? Yeah. So it just comes up with big red boxes.
Exactly. Literally me and Lewis are upstairs are just like using it for Star Wars. And it's got so many keywords, like literally every character's name is just like blocked. So like genuine like work stuff as well that I could be doing. I can't see it because it's got the word sort of, I don't know, like movie in it. It's blocked. Oh well.
Can't see that shit.
No.
If someone leaks Remake 3, maybe we're teaming up and destroying the world. Exactly, mate. Do you know what I mean? If someone managed to hack into... I mean, they pretty much did, because I found the Resident Evil assets, which is probably why I have an idea that they didn't want to put it in PSX. Or whatever it was called. What the fuck was it called? No. We ended up, like, everyone in the office was watching it and getting hype and shit, but yeah, if I don't think they would have done that, which is why they put the curveball PlayStation Resistance, Resident Evil Resistance in, and then said, "Oh shit, stars," and then Jill Valentine pops in and shit. But yeah, stuff like this, fair enough. You want to be the guy that goes, look, they've even name checked them, so people are like, "Oh shit, my gamer tag's all over the press." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
What a guy! And then 95% of the world are going, "What an arsehole."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why are you ruining this for us?
Well, hopefully they're getting a lot of hate then.
That's it. Yeah. But yeah, Final Fantasy, I can't wait for it. It's going to be a great game. Am I going to pick this up on release? What date is it? March 3rd. So next month I'm going to have to save a little money aside for it. But yeah, I'm hoping to pick it up on release.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be a hell of a year. We've got Cyberpunk, we've got this, we've got Resident Evil 3 Remake coming out.
Pretty big.
It's a pretty big year. So yeah, that's Final Fantasy 7 done and dusted. Again, we apologise that this news isn't like revolutionary stuff. Some of the stuff that we're picking out was stuff from last week where obviously I wasn't paying any attention, and the world has just seemed to be going back to work today, which is what I've been doing. So hopefully by the end of the week we're going to pick up some more time relevant pieces.
Sure, yeah, like you say, it's just all the press people just haven't got back yet into the routine. They're probably still having the coffee, trying to wake up, not reading anything. So,
well, speaking of time relevant pieces, mate.
Right, I've got it up ready. Here we are.
Ready for it?
So
let's go.
This is from this is on Polygon, and it is from Ryan Gilliam. Epic Games Store starts 2020 strong with 3 free games. Yes. I found that difficult to say. 3 free.
Free.
Pick up the first 2 Darksiders and Ubisoft's Steep for free.
This is a good deal.
Pretty good.
This is a great deal.
Epic Game. Oh, Epic gave. I can't read. I'm doing the same as you, except I don't have the excuse that it's wrong.
Yeah, but this is actually right.
I'm just so used to seeing the word game after Epic. Right, okay. Epic gave away a new game for free each day at the end of 2019, but in 2020, the studio's own launcher, the Epic Games Store, offers 3 free games for the platform: Darksiders, Darksiders 2, and Steep. So the original Darksiders came out almost exactly 10 years ago. It's a Zelda-like, with new abilities opening up old locations. The differences from Nintendo's family-friendly elf simulator comes in Darksiders' Angels versus Demons, Dante's Inferno aesthetic. Darksiders 2 takes the series open world. It's also a prequel to the first Darksiders, so you can play them in any order you please. The Darksiders series also features hack and slash combat, and you can play as the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, War and Death. I mean, that's sold it to me.
Absolutely, mate. I've never played a Darksiders, but as soon as I read this morning, I was like,
exactly,
yes, I'm downloading this.
I mean, you can't get much more kick-ass than being a Horseman of the Apocalypse. Both Darksiders games on the Epic Games Store come as their definitive editions. So, War Mastered for Darksiders and Definitive for Darksiders 2. They're bad names, we know. Including improved graphics and performance. Steep is Ubisoft's extreme winter sports game from 2016. Players can ski, snowboard, parachute, wingsuit and glide over snow-filled mountains. In addition to all 3 free games, Epic has extended the Epic Games Store holiday sale another week. Encore Week features many of the sales from the Epic Store's original holiday sale from 2019. The sale is live now and lasts until January the 7th. So what are we on now? Tomorrow. So if you're listening to this live, make sure you get it up by tomorrow. Yeah, Darksiders 2 and Steep are free on the Epic Games Store until January the 9th, when a durable strategy game, For the King, will replace them as Epic's next free game. There we go.
So yeah, this is, again, it's when did this article get written? The 2nd of Jan. Okay. So we've been sitting on this for nearly a week. Yeah. However, we look after you.
Exactly.
We see free games. Yeah. Exactly. You didn't know. I didn't know. We see free games. We tell you. It's as simple as that. It's easy stuff. Yeah. I can see that Graham Day has joined us. Welcome, Graham.
Hello.
Luke, say Epic Games gave gave 3 tries.
Epic Games gave 3 free. Fucking hell. Yeah, I can't do that. My mouth doesn't work that way.
So yes, you have until the 9th of January to pick up these 3 free games. If you are looking for some cheap games, the Epic Store is still holding their sale, and it's been extended for another week, which unfortunately for you guys, if you're listening to this today, ends tomorrow. Not sure what time it ends tomorrow because it doesn't list it. So if you are listening to this tomorrow morning, get your ass to the Epic Store ASAP, Rocky.
Yeah. 100%. Epic Store is coming good in many ways. I know like a lot of people have sort of negative opinions of it, like, oh, it's not Steam or whatever. But, you know, like it or not, you can get free games on it. So, you know.
My Epic game collection is becoming pretty epic now, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of free games, because they give 1 or 2 out a week, don't they? So, like, it's just stupid how much they give out. I'm just going to have a look at Darksiders, because I've heard a lot about it, but I have never played this game before in my life.
I've seen plenty of gameplay. I don't know which Darksiders it was that I've been seeing. It's notoriously difficult, right? Isn't that one of the things about it?
Is it Dark Souls?
Right, Dark Souls. Right, okay, yeah, good point. But I'm pretty sure I've seen gameplay on it.
I mean, this could well be the case with this one. I like the fact that the second one said that it was open world, but I think that'd be pretty weird. It says you can play in whatever order you want it to, because the second one is a prequel to the first one. But imagine going from open world then back to being led into directions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip this video because it's 9 hours. Like, we're going to be able to watch that. Talking. Here we go. It looks like God of War.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this.
So yes, this is Darksiders. If you haven't seen it before, like me, I haven't seen this. This is the first time that I'm seeing this. I know it's reviewed always quite well. I'm sure that Twitch Prime was giving away the second one as part of their monthly bundle. But yeah, this looks pretty cool, to be fair. It looks very God of War-ish.
It does, which can't be too much of a bad thing, right?
Absolutely not. I mean, even the bar at the top and the way that the special abilities and things like that work.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is free. The second one's free, and also Steep, which I understand reviewed extremely well when that first came out. I mean, I think that got given away on PlayStation Plus last year. When was the Olympics? Not Olympics, Summer Games. I think it was
summer.
Yeah, I think it was last year, the Summer Games. I'm not sure if it's every year or it's every summer.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, that's the free games this month. for Epic, well, for this week until tomorrow anyway. Precision says, me, Epic Games gave free games away. I said that, I had to say that like I was Scottish.
That was a very. I'll let Precision judge you on that Scottish accent.
I know, it was good, that one. It's uncanny.
I was blown away by it.
And then we've got one more article. What time is it? Have we milked this one? Have to milk this for 15 minutes, but yes, this is the last article of the day. Again, if you've got a 7 out of 10, I thought that was at least a solid 9. But if you've got anything that you want us to talk about in this conversation today, feel free to drop it in sharpish and we'll give you our opinions on it. But we've got one more thing to say. It's another PSA, so you need to get your ass in gear because this finishes tomorrow as well. Do you want to take this one?
I took the last one, man.
Did you? Oh, I'll take this one. Both do you? Again, this one is on Polygon. We've had a Polygon heavy day today. 2 for Polygon, 2 for Fiji 24/7. But yes, this is the PlayStation Plus offers Uncharted Collection Goat Simulator in January on the Polygon website, written by Michael McWhertor. Start the new year off with 4 games. That's what he's screaming about. PlayStation Plus subscribers will get access to 2 very different games in January: the Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection and Goat Simulator. Both PlayStation 4 games will be available as part of the PlayStation Plus starting tomorrow, Tuesday, January 7th. Which is why I'm telling you to get your asses in gear, because there was 2 games this month. One of them was definitely worth picking up, which is Titanfall 2. I think the other one was a motocross game. I haven't played a motocross game since like the PS2, so Christ knows how good that is. The Nathan Drake Collection, developed by Blue Point Games, includes PlayStation 3 titles originally developed by Naughty Dog: Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2 Amongst Thieves, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. The collection features 3 single-player campaigns and improved visuals for the PS4. Developer Double Eleven's Goat Simulator is about controlling a goat causing destruction. The 2015 game is, according to its developer, all about causing as much destruction as you possibly can as a goat. It has been compared to old school skating game, except instead of being a skater, you're a goat. Instead of doing tricks, you wreck stuff. Destroy things with style and you'll earn even more points. Perfect. Have you seen this game before?
Oh yeah. I've just seen like goats being like basically throwing itself around, like just limbs flying and stuff. Yeah, I really want to play it actually.
Both Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, and Goat Simulator will be available to download via the PlayStation Plus through February 3rd. So that is your games for this month. Again, it goes on to say what I mentioned before: Respawning, same as first-person shooter Titanfall 2, and Milestones motocross racing game Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game, are available to download until, it says tonight. So I imagine there's like a downtime where they take these down 7 or 8 hours and then they put the new ones up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was the case.
So, yeah.
But yes, if you haven't downloaded Titanfall 2, what you're playing at, I've downloaded it, haven't played it, so I'm kind of being a little bit.
Yeah, I've not played it, admittedly, but I hope I'm not even sure whether I've downloaded it yet. In which case, I do need to, obviously.
It's a AAA game, mate. You got to play it. Apparently, it's one of the best first-person shooter there's been in like the last 5 years. Not according to the UK sales in the charts in the UK, but apparently the controls are really tight. It's the same ones that they use obviously in Apex Legends, so if you're a fan of that, you're probably going to be a fan of this with a storyline behind it.
Wasn't it originally like Xbox exclusive or I'm thinking of the right game now, aren't I?
The first one, I think it was a launch title for the Xbox One.
Right, yeah.
I don't think Titanfall 1 ever came to the PS4. I'm sure it was just an Xbox One.
Yeah, I honestly thought like that Titanfall would be one of those series, a bit like Halo or whatever, where it was just going to always be Xbox, but here we are. Get it for free on PlayStation, never mind, just on PlayStation.
So yes, again, we see free games, we let you know about free games, so you can go and download free games. The world is better with free games.
Exactly. And if Graham is still watching, I know he's a big fan of Uncharted, right? Mm-hmm. So which is your favourite game of those 3, Graham? I'm going to be picking it up because I've Uncharted is another game. So I feel like all I've been saying this sort of stream is I've not played that, but Uncharted I know is a big deal. I've not played them, so this will be perfect for me.
I played the first one because I had a PS3 at the time. I hated my PS3, but there was, again, the reason I bought my PS4 is because I love launch titles. I didn't go and pick the latest one up because I didn't play the other 3. But the fact that this has come out now, I can go and play them. I only played the first one and the one that came on the PS Vita, and Golden Odyssey or something like that it was called. That was a really good game, and for the time as well on the Vita it looked the part. So yeah, we'll be picking these up because I do want to play through the other two. I love a good single player game. I got rid of my PS3 to get them. Back in the day when I used to pirate games on the Xbox 360,
the good old days.
So I had to get rid of my PS3 to get a new one.
My favourite 3 Uncharted, which is your favourite of those 3 in the collection? So it's like 1, 2 or 3 basically. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably play them all in order anyway, obviously.
Oh yeah, can't go out of order. I've seen most anticipated game of 2020 other than Resident Evil 3 by Next Gen Renegade. I think for me it's going to be a toss up between Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy is going to take me so long to complete.
It's just like typical like JRPG game, isn't it? It's just gonna take so long.
Well, like I mentioned before, the original one had 4 discs, and I think the base game was about 60 hours.
Yeah.
Have I got 60 hours in me? Yes, but over the course of the year, it's not going to be a game that I'm going to finish in a month's time.
I know.
But Cyberpunk, as soon as that comes out, I want to get into that Ready Player One world. It looks insane.
It does look really good. I'd imagine that would be, obviously I don't know at all. This is all pure guesswork. Like a kind of a 20-hour kind of game, I reckon, that kind of thing. Probably more like maybe even less, but I reckon the quality would be there. It'd be quality over quality.
Yeah. Graham says Golden Abyss. I think that was the one that was on the Vita, because I said Golden Odyssey or some shit, but yeah, Golden Abyss, that's the one. That was brilliant on the Vita, to be fair. He also says can't choose between 2 and 3. All are good though.
That's good.
Which is weird because Graham doesn't play that many games, and for him to come out and say I actually I've finished these ones, that's a nice little change of pace. But yeah, I know that he has played these games and I know that he absolutely adores them. The fact that these are coming out for free, everyone again should be playing these games. I'm going to most certainly pick them up. Again, as a person that likes single player games, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. And also I just feel the need, because it's tradition, Graham's not here today, to mention that Graham does play a game called PUBG.
As I mentioned in the office before, the amount of Fortnite that me and him have played over Christmas is unreal. Like, yeah. I've even downloaded it on my phone, so it tells me when Graham's going online. He's got all my friends list on. So anyway, it could be. I think it was 20 to 1 this morning. I got a notification come through. Graham Day has started playing Fortnite. He just can't get enough of it.
He'll be like, Graham would be like, right, it's like 1 a.m. now. Surely I can get away with going to a PlayStation without getting a message from Bibby. Like, sorry mate.
I was well gone by then. Well gone. But yeah, he finished the. He finished the Battle Pass, which is level 100. Yeah. He managed to finish that and the PUBG level 100 on the same day.
Wow.
It's like absolute mental. So I don't actually know how much PUBG he's played, because every time I log on, I can see him playing Fortnite. So that says a lot about the Star Wars stuff in the game. I just wish they'd never get rid of it.
Yeah.
But
so there's nothing there at all now from Star Wars?
No, there is. There is. I think it's... when I sent the group a text, I read something saying that I think it was the event that was finishing, but you can still buy the skins and things like that.
Lightsabers have gone?
No, they're still in there.
Oh, right. Oh, sweet.
Cool. I think that's Airtel. It says February 6th, I think I read.
Oh.
But yeah, I really want to keep hold of the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool. Like when there's 4 groups of 2 and everyone's using a lightsaber.
Exactly.
It's like last man standing. The amount of lightsaber fights that Graham has won is unreal.
Definitely feels like they are OP, right? I mean, it's one of those
absolutely.
Where like if you don't get a lightsaber, you're not going to be winning the game that you're in, I presume. But that's kind of the kind of common enough, aren't they, that you can get away with it.
Yeah, you can hear them. It's like you can hear the chest, you can hear them. It's like like a whooping sound. But it's really weird because when you hit someone with it, I think it takes like between 50 and 100 damage.
Right.
But if you have like an epic or legendary weapon, if you keep on firing like a full clip, the shield will break on the lightsaber because you can defend.
Right.
But you have to keep on. Like, if you got the snowball launcher, the game's easy because they've got that out. They can't defend because they can't.
Sure, can't deflect it.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Which is fine. Then the amount of finals that we've ended up winning between us because we can just use the snowball launcher. It's great for that. But the lightsaber stuff. I mean, I never thought I would get to a season pass. I never thought I'd play Fortnite again. But this Star Wars stuff has just completely changed it up. I absolutely adore it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I genuinely wanted to, or meant to, play 2 games over Christmas: Fortnite and Battlefront.
Yeah.
Didn't even light switch on either in the end. I was just like so busy doing other things. But might still jump in. I might still jump in like this weekend or something. Yeah,
definitely need to. But yes, that is. Let me just read through the rest of the comments. I hope Cyberpunk lives up to the hype. They've been very quiet and considering the launch window just around the corner too. Says Next Gen Renegade. Do you know what? Sometimes I think balls to the wall. If they carry on talking about it, people are going to lose interest.
Yeah.
They've shown what they needed to show. They've had the hype at the correct places. Like bringing out Keanu Reeves at E3 was the perfect. I mean, if you did listen to the Christmas show, I think we kind of went into it quite a bit, didn't we? In that. The fact that they brought him out at the right time. They've talked about it at the conferences that they needed to talk about. For me, they don't need to be talking about it on the socials constantly, like, release date's coming now, or this is more footage from the game.
Sure.
Leave it as it is. We know what we kind of need to know. I don't want to know about the storyline. Yeah. I've seen gameplay of what it's going to look like. Let me live on that until the game comes out.
Sometimes, like, games hit this sort of golden point in their sort of build-up to release, where, let's just say, hypothetically, and this would be bad if it's true, that Cyberpunk is actually a bog standard average game. So it's actually quite a poor game or whatever. Because we don't really know. We've not seen much gameplay really, have we? But they've sold sort of like they've just the sort of the brand, the image of it so well, and they've obviously got Keanu Reeves there, that this is sort of like just let it lie, like you say, just let it. People are excited at this point. Imagine if it's actually not that good and they start showing too much of it, and people are like, oh, actually,
just turns out like The Division, or something like that, like post-apocalyptic world. You've got classes. They've got a health bar. It's just rubber bullets, just firing at them because they've got 7 bazillion health. Or something along them lines. I don't know, but it's a game that I've seen. I like the look of. It's Ready Player One for me is. I don't want to say it's one of my favourite films, but I love what they did with the film.
I really enjoyed that. I really liked it. They've definitely sold the world. I think even the Cyberpunk, it does have that feel about it. Definitely.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's a game that I'm probably going to finish regardless of how bad it is, unless the controls are just so abysmal that I just can't be arsed trying to learn them all.
Yeah, I can't see it being that, but I mean they've got a good track record, haven't they, these guys? So.
CD Projekt Red. I mean, we've seen The Witcher get a massive resurgence.
Yeah.
I can't believe that CD Projekt Red have just absolutely nailed it. Obviously, they sold the license for the Netflix series, which I'm up to episode 3 now. Absolutely loving it. The Toss a Coin for the Witcher song has been stuck in my head for the last 4 days. Absolute banger. But then they put the price down of the game by like 50%. So maybe not on Switch, because why? It's just come out on the Switch. But across everything else, the game went down to like next to nothing. I picked it up ages ago. Still never finished it. The third one.
I finished the third one. I never played the other 2. But I do think, like, you've kind of reminded me about The Witcher and everything, because that was a big sort of deal over Christmas. I saw loads of people tweeting about the TV series and by extension, like, the game. Have you watched any of the TV shows?
Yeah, I'm on the 3rd episode. Yeah,
I watched the first 2. And I don't know, I'm not like super like drawn into it actually. I really like Witcher 3, but it's just like the script is quite bad and like.
Well, from what again, this is coming from second-hand information from one of my mates who I'm playing golf with yesterday. He said that the TV show is based on the books,
right? Got you.
Rather than the games.
It does. This certainly. I was going to say, because like I've only played The Witcher 3, and it's definitely not based on The Witcher 3. He's like a younger version, I think, in the TV series. So I was thinking it's either based on like Witcher 1, the game, or the books,
I would have found it extremely strange if they'd have based the TV series on the 3rd game.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been weird. Yeah, even though it is. Like it's funny though that people have jumped into The Witcher 3 thinking, oh, I've seen the TV show now, I'll jump into Witcher 3, and they're probably expecting something similar, and it's not really.
Yeah, but again, I'd never read any of the books or anything like that, but he said that the books are short stories about The Witcher. It's not just like one continuous long stories. Again, second-hand information. Don't shoot the messenger. I have no idea. I've never read them.
I've heard a bit of something like that as well. Yeah.
So. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing the rest of that off. I did want to get that, the Witcher TV series and The Mandalorian finished over Christmas. I got one of them finished, which was The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I got The Mandalorian finished.
Amazing TV series. If you haven't watched that, please do go and watch it.
It'd be difficult to escape certain elements of it.
Absolutely. I mean, the fucking Baby Yoda, man. That's the cutest thing in the world. I want 4 of them. Graham says, I was testing it on my phone, so he's downloaded it as well. He just can't get enough the hype for Fortnite. Precision says, never heard of PUBG before. Care to elaborate? Go back through any of the 50 shows that we have done on Ice Cream uploads on the Scoop, and you'll be able to hear at least something from Graham Day about PUBG. Ding, ding, ding.
process. We still need to install that buzzer or something, don't we?
Yeah, it's just like a little boom boom. I mean, we haven't mentioned Volta for like the longest time because FIFA's dead. But yes, I do think that is probably. I mean, we've managed to milk that mate straight onto 11 o'clock. But yes, that is the show for today. It's our first show of 2020. It is Monday, the 6th of December. Thank you very much for joining us here today. It's been a decent show to say there's been next to no news.
Yeah, we've done a good mix of sort of looking back and looking forward, I think.
Absolutely. Well, there's going to be a lot more looking forward because it is shaping up to be one of the biggest years in video games with the likes of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox.
Not Scarlet.
No, it's not Scarlet, is it?
Project
X Series.
No, not one.
78 or whatever.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like the X Series. Or
Series, yeah. X Series.
But I like the fact that they had
Series X.
Scarlet and Lockhart because they're just cool names.
Yeah,
and you knew
I
when
know.
you stood with them, but the balls that up, so let's hope that they don't end up balls in the launch lineup like they did with the Xbox One. But yes, that is it for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm going to put you on the spot now, mate.
Okay.
Where can you find these four?
Well, you can find them on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
you can find them on Spotify.
That's two.
You can find them on Google Play.
That's three.
And you can find them on iTunes.
Boom, that's all four. So this show will be going live on YouTube in about an hour's time, and the rest that Luke has just mentioned there will be going on later today, so you'll be able to catch us on demand. Follow us on all four of those social channels, as well as Ice Cream Uploads across all of our social media channels. Please listen to us on SoundCloud because that is so good for us. If anybody has listened to us on SoundCloud before, I very much appreciate that. I really didn't expect the amount of demand we had on this show on SoundCloud. It's astonishing to see how many people are listening to it on that. So please do feel free to follow us on SoundCloud. It will mean an absolute lot. If you can repost it on there as well, again, it's very much appreciated. Is there anything else that you would like to add to the end of today's show, Luke?
No. I can't really think
Perfect. Yeah, again, if you do see anything, I reckon by the end of the week we're going to have at least some relevant, decent, up-to-date news for you. It's going to be a slow start to the week, obviously, because everyone's returning. But if you do see anything, let us know on social media at Ice Cream Uploads across everything. But until tomorrow, guys.
Stay frosty.
Yes! See you later, guys.
See ya.